What's poppin', yo? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Another video by me is coming straight to you right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is the new year. And the new year, which now is 2026. Crazy. Now, 2026 is a big year in my eyes for a couple reasons. The first one, there's a lot of big movies coming out this year, a whole wide range of them, and there's hype around a lot of them. And I'll probably spend a lot of money at the movies this year, and it's kind of like scary, but it's like, you know what? The movies are gonna be peak, so who cares? And then also, it is 10 years since 2016. Now, I'm not really sure what you were doing during 2016. What I was doing, I was 11. So 2016 was a huge year for me because it was like a year where just a bunch of stuff was happening. Duh. It's said to be like one of the best years of the 2010s. There was a lot going on in media, you know? The amount of bangers that dropped in 2016. It was one of the last years where I feel like we were all innocent kids, you know? Like we were exposed to a lot in the next coming years that weren't the best things. But 2016, you know, was just fun. It was just fun. Obviously here I have a picture. It says 2016 on it. The background is the Rio de Janeiro Snapchat filter, which is just classic. It's just a staple of the year.
Yeah.
And today I just thought, you know, we'd celebrate 2016. Why would we do that? It was goated, yo. Pokemon Go came out that year. Y'all know how I feel about Pokemon Go.
I'm playing Pokemon Go. Let's see, I'm gonna try to do this with my left hand. Oh, I'm insane.
That game's lit.
Yeah.
Musically, which is now TikTok, that was 2016 too. That's when it really, you know, it rose, you know? And then this is Batman vs Superman. Movies were alright too, you know? So today I was like, you know what, let's celebrate 2016 by doing a tier list. Let's go down memory lane. Let's look at the biggest movies, the biggest songs, the biggest games and apps, the most legendary memes and trends, and just other important events that took place during 2016. You know, let's look at all of them and let's like rank them. Let's figure out what is the ultimate 2016 moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The rules are more based off of, you know, since we're trying to be nostalgic with it, it's more based off of memories and influence and less about how much I like enjoyed this thing or how good it was, you know? Like it's more like, oh dude, like I haven't seen Batman vs Superman, which I haven't, but it was hype when it came out, you know? Like I just remember it being really hype and it was lit times, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I want to do with this tier list, more so than, you know, than it being an actual like, oh, this was better than this. I went through a list and figured out the top songs, top movies, and top everything, most memorable memes and trends, all those types of things. And I put them all here in this tier list. We're gonna go through movies first. The first movie to talk about, Captain America Civil War. How crazy was this? We had DC and Marvel in the same year dropping like their two biggest heroes going head to head in these big cinematic events. Civil War, introduction to Black Panther, Spider-Man, all these other heroes were there. This movie was peak. We may change this. I was only really into the Marvel movies later, not in 2016, and I don't really remember a lot of talk about it in 2016 when I was there. So if we're going off of memories, I might put it in A tier, just because I can't deny that it is a banger movie. And I know you might be arguing, you're like, but Evan, like you said it was based off memories solely. Like, no, I didn't. I said it was more focused on the memories and stuff, but not solely. So, you know, I can't deny it's a great movie, so we'll put it in A, because it wasn't, you know, peak 2016 for me, you know? Rogue One. Now, I did see this movie when it came out in 2016, because I was a huge Star Wars fan. Still am to this day.
No.
But I remember this being a huge thing. Me and my dad went. I actually got this movie spoiled for me.
Oh no!
If you pay attention, during episode 4, they kind of spoiled it, but like, spoilers ahead, I'm about to drop a spoiler. So if you haven't seen Rogue One and you care to, skip it. This girl who was in my class, she used to like hit me with her lunch bag. She's kind of messed up, but she just yells to the teacher. She's like, yo, teach, like, have you seen the new Rogue One movie? Teacher's like, no, I haven't seen it. And then she goes, oh shoot, it was crazy. Everybody dies at the end. I beg your finest pardon. Why are you yelling that in the middle of class? I'm about to see this movie this weekend. God forbid I haven't seen this movie yet. Lots of memories associated with Rogue One. And it was peak.
Yeah.
It was a great movie. Finding Dory. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really mess with this movie. I do have a lot of memories associated with it though, because I think they had Kinder Eggs for it, and my cousin had these diver toys. Put in C tier for now. Zootopia. This is a legendary movie. The influence this has today, still, they're questionable, but probably one of my favorite characters in a Disney movie is Nick Wilde. This movie's legendary, and the sequel just came out, and I just saw it. It was legendary to me. But where do we put it, you know? Because it's like, I don't really have a lot of memories around Zootopia. Like, it was just a movie that came out at the time, and I went to go see it, and it was epic. Maybe what we do is, we gotta think about what the tier list is. You know what I mean? I feel like we gotta do this, because I'm going off of memories, like I said. And Zootopia was like a peak movie, and I think I watched it for my birthday that year outside. We like projected it on a big blanket sheet with my friends, and that was legendary times. The Jungle Book. I haven't seen this one. I've seen the original, the animated one, but I remember when this came out because I think it was one of the first Disney live action remakes.
What was the first Disney live action remake?
Oh, well, 101 Dalmatians for real. But I'm talking about like the new, you know, because now they're remaking everything live action, like Moana now, like that doesn't need to be remade yet. But I think this was like one of the first ones in recent years, and it was like super fresh. It felt interesting because it was like, oh, I'd like to see how they adapt that to live action because this is like one of the only things they're doing that for.
Yeah.
The problem is, its influence today is low-key kind of not great.
Sometimes something small, something sweet even, can make you believe that there's more to being alive than mere subsistence. Kalel, no!
We'll put it there because I think at the time it was a big deal, but its influence today, I'm not sure how I feel about it. You feel me?
Yeah!
Next is The Secret Life of Pets. I watched this movie when it came out, and it was like hella mid. Like, it's just Toy Story. I don't know if anyone's ever realized that. I did probably enjoy it more than Finding Dory, and I think me and my sister had like a little match game with it, and it was like, instead of matching it directly, it would like get the shadows of the characters and stuff. So I got a lot of good memories associated with Secret Life of Pets, but like, as a movie, I just did not mess with that movie. No diss if you like it. Like, Batman vs. Superman. This was like big news when I was a kid, and when it came out in 2016. Me and my buddies like had all these characters that we would write little comic books about and stuff. We ended up being so inspired by the concept of Batman vs. Superman that we found like two of our characters and like made a book series solely based off of them fighting each other. And they were like two good guys, and we were like, one of them is gonna die. Oh, hello. One of them is gonna die, and we'll never write a book about them again. And then we low-key never finished the book series. So we never know what happened, but it was huge influence. I'm putting it an A, personally. Fantastic Beasts. I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I haven't seen this one. As you can see, I have here, Snapchat was a big part of 2016. I want to say there was a Snapchat filter for it. I remember loving it as a kid. I forget what it was, but I remember thinking it was like really cool. I'm gonna put this one in B tier. It didn't have as much influence on me as Batman and Superman did. It was relevant to my life in 2016 because my mom was a big Harry Potter fan. The last movie, number 10, is The Suicide Squad. Now, shocker, guess who hasn't seen this movie? I'm not a big DC guy. I've heard it's not great, but it did have huge influence at the time. The soundtrack, dude. The soundtrack to this day is legendary. Back then, the Musicallys with Heathens, Sucker for Pain. Dude, the way Lil Me was like singing his heart out to Sucker for Pain on Musically. It was truly just peak time. I'm putting it an A, personally, because the influence this movie had, staple of 2016 for me, personally. Songs. Love Yourself by J Beebs. The generational run that J Beebs was on. 2016 J Beebs is untouchable. Literally the top 2 songs are from him. But Love Yourself, in 2016, I wasn't huge on it. I didn't like slow songs when I was young. Looking back at it now, it's an amazing song, dude. Like, it's so good. So I gotta put an A. The next one is Sorry. Honestly, I don't think I really have many words for this. Sorry's S tier. Great video, great song, catchy as heck. If you were around for 2016, when J Beebs dropped this absolute banger, you hear someone say sorry, you're about to sing it. Banger song. One Dance by Drake. Honestly, S tier. I still bump to this today. Work by Rihanna. I think actually back in the day, I don't think I was a big fan of it, to be honest. I will be putting it in B tier. Does it instantly take me back to 2016? Yes. And at the same time, Fifth Harmony came out with Work From Home. So songs where the chorus is just work, 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 work. Both of them were popular at the same time. So it was like literally like like red pill, blue pill, like which one are you choosing? Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. Back in the day, Little Evan, I had this on repeat. Yeah. This song was killer. Like, I remember my friend watched the video. She used to come to me and be like, yo, you know that he's like a demon at the end. And I was like, that kind of like freaked me out. So like the aura surrounding this song back in the day was just insane. Stressed Out, peak song. Should I put it in S though? I will keep it on if I hear it today. I won't go out of my way to listen to it though. I will go out of my way to listen to Sorry and One Dance. So I think I should probably bump it down to A, Panda by Designer. Instant throwback. Isn't he like a weirdo now though? Oh no. In April 2023, he was arrested for indecent exposure and gooning on a Delta flight from Tokyo. That's rough. That wasn't in 2016, so we're only gonna focus on that. Panda, back in the day, not gonna lie, as a kid, I hated that song. And I hated that everyone was loving it, because I was like, guys, it's not good. Like, everyone was like, oh no, like, you know, like back at school, everything. Do I revisit it now and see the hype? Yeah, I do. Yeah. But since we're going off memories, it's a hard one to put in C tier though. It was a huge staple of the time, so we'll probably just leave it in B. Yeah. Hello by Adele. Dude. Hello by Adele, it was another big one for me 2016 wise. Yeah. Everyone around me did not like this song. I loved it. I thought it was great. And what was even better, 2015 was when I really got into my Star Wars phase. That was when Force Awakens came out. So 2016 was kind of like when I was really hyper focused on like Star Wars. And there was a parody that was like Hello from the Dark Side. I used to bump to that on repeat. So this song belongs in the Evan Marchand 2016 Hall of Fame. Yeah. Do I put an S though? It just quite frankly, I'm putting Hello in S. It just speaks to me on another level weirdly, you know? Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers and Daya. What were musicians on in 2016? Can we find it and bring it back? Because it's banger after banger here.
It's just like OG.
Oh wait, I forgot about this one though. I forgot about that beat drop. She has me in the first part, like what? You know, I like that part. Beat drop's not great. I might move it to B. It is still a bang. Yeah. Can't Stop the Feeling by JT. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but when this song first came out, it was kind of my favorite song. I hate saying that, but it was. And I don't know if you guys know this, I love the Trolls movies.
That movie is fire. Trolls. I love Trolls.
I really do. Yeah. We are going to put... No, we can't do that. That's B tier. We'll do it justice, we'll put it top of B tier, but it doesn't compare with Love Yourself. I cannot do that to J-Beeps. I love Trolls. Closer by Chainsmokers. This is another one, when it first came out, I hated it. Now, Logan, my buddy, who you guys might know if you've watched other videos on the channel, loves the song. A couple years ago, we were going through nostalgic songs, and this man whips out Closer by Chainsmokers. And I'm like, dude, like this song's trash. He's like, what do you mean? It's great. So I'm like, all right, you know what? We'll leave it on. The wave of nostalgia that hit me when I heard this song was insane. So I can't deny this is a staple of 2016. And honestly, I'm putting it in. I got it. Games and apps, stuff like that. Musically is number one. Wholly influenced in Musically have back in the day. I spent probably too much time on Musically when I was a kid. Just making dumb stuff.
Hope your break was good, because we have a pop quiz. No!
I'd have one that was like a really random sound about Ariana Grande's voice being like I can do a high pitch like Ariana Grande.
And what's your talent, young man? I can do a high pitch like Ariana Grande. Let's hear it. All right.
So, you know, that was like peak humor back in the day. And then the next one would be like a duet with me and my buddy to Sucker for Pain. So Musically played a huge role in 2016. Yeah. It evolved into TikTok. I have my opinions about TikTok. If it didn't evolve into TikTok, probably give it S tier, but since it did, we might be having to give it A. Vine. Come on now. Vine is S. Vine, man. The amount of legendary quotable vines and moments that came out of Vine, to this day, someone can say free Shavakadu, they're getting a chuckle out of it. I can't look at a road work ahead sign and not think of that Vine. I just can't. Influence it had is crazy. I listen to Don't Stop Believing. I think of This Is My Jam vibe.
This is my jam.
You know, my last winter Halloween costumes video. One of them was just a Vine. All right, number 5. This is a bit of a throwback for number 5. Around the World Vine. You can't deny how legendary Vine was. That's why it's going in as.
Yeah.
3 is YouTube. You know, YouTube, it's not like it was any more special in 2016, but for me and, you know, really close friends of mine, we'd always watch Shine to Last. Shine to Last was popping off in 2016. And we'd die laughing at all of them. I'll probably put it right here. Next is Snapchat. 2016 was the year I discovered Snapchat. And I used to love playing with the filters. You know, that dog filter? There was like a scary bunny filter back in the day. I remember like the OG filters. And I was really intrigued with that one because it kind of scared me, but like just enough. And at that point, my mom was like, you know, watch out because there's some scary filters. I don't want you to not be able to sleep because Snapchat, you know. Snapchat was like sick back in the day. I love Snapchat. I love making funny videos.
Yeah.
I still use it to this day. It's not as fun anymore though, to be honest. Pokemon Go, dude. Pokemon Go is S tier. Pokemon Go? I was not allowed to play this game when it first came out. My mom was like scared that something crazy was gonna happen because you had stories like some guy breaking and entering into an old woman's house and she shot him. That's insane. The way we were all obsessed to a point of no return with Pokemon Go, I was a victim of it. I got Roblox just so I could play Roblox Pokemon Go because I couldn't get the real version. How insane is that? And to this day, I think it's still doing alright. It had huge influence in 2016 and afterward. And the memes, man. The memes surrounding Pokemon Go too were insane.
Sorry, what's that face? Is he mimicking that tugging thing? It's just a kid.
Candy Crush, dude, F Candy Crush, okay? It had its time before 2016. I don't even know why it's on this list, but when I looked up best games, it came up. I can't get behind a game that only lets me play 3 times a day until paying money. Like make the game cost money at that point. Piss me off. Super Mario Run, dude. I remember the day Super Mario Run dropped. I remember the day because I was like, oh my gosh, a Mario game for my phone? That's craziness. I need to get it.
Yeah.
The game itself was alright. I'll probably put it in B tier.
Oh, yeah.
Clash Royale. I didn't play Clash Royale back in 2016. I think I got into it around 2019. Great game. It almost costed me a phone. Not proud to admit, but it is true. In 2016 though, I do think I remember it being pretty present. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Put it top of C tier because I don't really like these 2 movies, but I'm okay with Clash Royale. I don't really play it much anymore, so I don't really know what's going on. But when I did play it, I loved it.
Yeah.
Slitherio. This game, back in the day, you'd gather friends, you'd be like, yo, let's go play some Slitherio.
Yeah.
They had the stuffies, and still to this day, you can tell I love Slitherio because the very first vlog on this channel, I get a Slitherio stuffy, and I was stoked about it. Way too excited about it for my age.
No way. I got the first one I wanted. Let's go, guys.
Very, very sick. Very happy with the outcome. I think I'm gonna put it above musically, because if I play Slitherio today, I still love it. And honestly, I think I have to. Come on, dude, it's Slitherio.
Yeah.
Moving on to memes, man. 2016 was the year for memes, dude. I mean, we used to watch these Shine Tests. I guarantee you 50% of them were just solely SpongeBob memes or some sort of SpongeBob memes. The first one is the Mr. Krabs blur. I don't remember a bunch of these, and I do remember when I did see them, I didn't think they were that funny. I think actually there was one, don't remember it, but there was one meme and it killed me. Like I couldn't stop laughing at it. Put top of C, because it was only one. Caveman SpongeBob. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember much of Caveman SpongeBob. They have a Funko Pop of it now though, so that's kind of cool. That shows its influence.
Yeah.
People love the Caveman SpongeBob meme. I just don't remember much of it for me. It doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna just put it in C tier. Name a more iconic duo trio. I love this. This is an epic meme. It still works today. Like I think it was maybe in like grade 10. It was like a trend on TikTok to like make the name a more iconic duo trio, and I made my own. I was super proud of it, and it was kind of lame, but I think it's kind of same as Mario Run for me. Arthur's Fist, dude. This is like a Da Vinci painting. This is an amazing meme. There's so much you can do with the Arthur Fist meme. I feel like everyone who's seen it like once it sat right with them, you know? I'm putting it bottom B tier. Evil Kermit, I remember hella Evil Kermit memes in 2016.
Yeah.
They were good too. They were funny. And I love Kermit. We'll put that there. Next one is Here Come Dat Boy. This guy right here. Here Come Dat Boy, A tier, man. This was just one of those memes I just remember, like, you just got it. You couldn't explain it, or you're just like, this is funny as hell. Harambe, dude, rest in peace. Harambe, gotta be S tier. Squidward Dab. Dude, this meme back in the day was killer. But I remember there was like some sort of like controversy though or something. The employee who did it got fired. Sparked a debate about character rules and employee rights. Damn, that was a big thing. It kind of killed the meme though. We'll put it in top of B tier, kind of with Can't Stop the Feeling. I honestly want to put it in front of Can't Stop the Feeling. Squidward Dab was killer.
Yeah.
We are number 1. I don't really remember this being too popular until later. The memes that would come out of this were so unfunny. But I was cracking up to them back in the day. 2018 time frame is when I remember seeing a lot of these. I'm gonna put it top of C tier. The guy who played Robbie Rotten, like, he passed away, so rest in peace too to him. But he like played with the meme a little bit too, I think. So he was a cool guy, so.
Yeah.
PPAP, dude. Pineapple pen, apple pen. Pen, pineapple, apple pen. I loved this the second it dropped. I was going around, yo, dude, yo, have you seen this video when he does like this thing? And he's talking about some pineapples and stuff. This is honestly S tier. The B movie. So this is when I think it was just the B movie script was being played everywhere.
Yeah.
I never really got this one, I'm not gonna lie. It was never that funny to me. I will put it next to Caveman SpongeBob. I never really got it. I was like, yeah, dude, it's the B movie script. Like, what's so funny about that? But pretty legendary movie. I'm kind of being hard on it. Let's put it in B tier, dude. Oh my God, bro. That's good. Even if you didn't think it was funny, like, it still takes you back to that time.
Yeah.
Crying Jordan. This is just a generational one. I don't remember much of it back in the day. I feel like I'm saying back in the day a lot. The more I look at it, the more it takes me back. Like, when I look at it with everything else, I'm like, yeah, that, you know, that fits.
Yeah.
We'll put it bottom of B. Next is trends. This was such a year for trends, man. Like, you can bring up any of these to anyone now. They'll either instantly hit it or be like, dude, like, those were simpler times. You know, when we were all doing the Running Man challenge, which is the first one we have here. Every time I play this song now, I hit it. I gotta hit it. This is probably 18. Juju on That Beat was the next one. I did the Juju on That Beat last night.
Juju on that beat. Juju on that beat.
It's classic.
Yeah.
Love Juju on That Beat. Do you think it's crazy to put that in S tier? We've moved Running Man to B too because there's way better trends. Juju on That Beat being one of them. And the next one, which is the Mannequin Challenge, dude. Legendary. Like, the stuff we were doing. S tier. Honestly, like, I feel like people still be doing that today. One of my personal favorites. Damn, Daniel! I love that. I don't know why. I always just go around and I just go up to everyone and be like, damn, Daniel! He had a buddy too, and his name was Daniel. So every time he did anything, I was like, damn, Daniel! I just loved it.
Yeah.
And it's going A tier. We have an absolutely legendary one here. The Dab. Oh, you want to peace out now? Alright, bye. Dab was epic.
Yeah.
Everyone was hitting the dab back in the day to a point where it was almost excessive. The dab was huge. I don't even see anyone dab. Was like, oh, he dabbed. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah. Everyone was dabbing on everything. Dab on them haters, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it got old. Like, now it's kind of mocked, you know? Dabbing's going above Civil War. Because dabbing back in 2016 was killer.
Yeah.
Alright, our last section of things to put in the tier list are events. Whether music related, film related, sports related, just things that be happening, you know? So we started off with the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series. Now, if you guys know anything about me, I'm a Jays fan. And I'm pretty sure the Chicago Cubs aren't the Jays. So we're gonna put this bottom of C because honestly, Candy Crush is 10 times worse. Fuck you! Donald Trump winning the 2016 election. He can go under Candy Crush. That's okay. Super Bowl halftime show. This is an insane Super Bowl halftime show. Bruno Mars, Coldplay, and Beyonce. What an insane group for a halftime show.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think I watched this. It doesn't really set me back to 2016, you know? But what I can say is all three of these people, these musicians, had huge albums released that year. Beyonce had Lemonade, and that was massive. Bruno Mars had 24 Karat Magic. I'll tell you one thing, I was into the hell out of that one as a kid.
Yeah.
I think I gotta put it top 5. I can't now, with my new appreciation for music now, like as it's grown over the years, I can't not put that. That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Stranger Things came out in 2016, and it was binged like crazy in 2016, as it still is today. Even though nowadays it just don't hit the same. I tried watching Stranger Things when I was younger, and it scared the hell out of me and bothered me for months. I'm not really a fan of it, to be honest. So it's gonna go bottom of C. This is kind of a tonal shift for the video, but there was a big controversy surrounding the Oscars in 2016, and it was like the Oscars so white controversy, which was, I think, all the winners of the Oscars were like white people, and it created like a huge thing because obviously that's messed up. It ended up leading to the Academy becoming more diverse. Now, personally, I'm all for diversity.
Yeah.
And I think more opinions on movies, as someone who's studying film, is great. So even though little me knew nothing about this, based on what I know, I'm gonna put top of A.
Yeah.
Drake's Views and Kanye's The Life of Pablo released in 2016. I still bump to a bunch of songs from both these albums. These two are probably beefing at this point, but both great albums by artists who are questionable, but music-wise, they both come out with some pretty good music. So we'll put it right above Closer. Reboots. One of them was Rogue One, but I don't really consider that a reboot personally. Gilmore Girls, Bridget Jones, and Ghostbusters. Now, I haven't seen Bridget Jones or Gilmore Girls, so I can't really comment on that. But I watched the new Ghostbusters movie, or the all-female led one, and it was like hella controversial and stuff, but honestly, like, it was entertaining. It got a couple laughs out of me. When I was a kid, I thought the scene where Leslie Jones slaps the shit out of Melissa McCarthy was like the funniest thing to me. I'll probably put it bottom of B tier. And then lastly, the Rio Olympics. How fitting with the filter on Snapchat being Rio de Janeiro and the Olympics happening in Rio in 2016. It's almost poetic. I don't remember watching the Rio Olympics that year, so it didn't really stick hard to me, but
What do you mean by that?
like doesn't bring me back any sort of memories. So we'll put it in C. The other Olympics I've watched, I loved them. The Olympics are great. So we'll leave it there. And that is gonna wrap it up for the 2016 tier list. Now before I cut the video off, I would like to just talk about some for real stuff on why I like to celebrate 2016. I kind of touched on it at the beginning, but one of the last years where we all kind of knew what was going on with everything. You know, like I said, like if you went to your friend, you're like, yo, free Shavakadu. Chances are they knew what it was. No one was really split into these niche groups that everyone's kind of in now. At least me and my friends were like this. Like some of you might have different experiences, but or some of it might be the same now. But that was one thing that really kind of sits with me. I mean, it's great today that everyone's into their own thing, but you know, you felt a sense of like unity. You know, when you all could laugh at Road like that. I could be reading way into all these things. But yeah, that's really gonna be it. Hopefully you guys not necessarily agree. I mean, this is my list. Make your own if you want. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video though, and hopefully maybe it made you feel a bit of nostalgia for 2016. And you know what? Let's take the fact that 2016 was a great year and let's make 2026 just as good, if not better of it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, you can leave a like and subscribe if you're feeling it. If not, that's alright. But that's gonna be it for me today. Happy New Year to everyone, and keep it breezy.